What is going on, everyone? I hope you're all having an empowered day. I'm going to do a short video on the psychology of eating, and in particular with regards to weight loss. Now, I think a lot of people have quite a subconscious approach when it comes to their diet, and they've got no real strategy, and then they wonder why they're not losing weight. You may wonder why I've got this little fella drawn behind me. If you didn't, then I've just wasted 20 minutes in a perfectly good whiteboard pen. But this is basically a nod to a book by Professor Steve Peters, in which he details this inner conflict between your human brain and your inner chimp. Now, your inner chimp acts on natural urges, desires, and instinct. Your human brain, however, acts on rational thought and logic. This is the person that you think you are and the person that you want to be. Now, your inner chimp has the desire to eat, which of course is perfectly natural and normal. The problem is, though, that we live in a civilized society, so the need to always be eating is inappropriate. Now, the human recognises the consequence of overeating. The problem is, however, that this food carries with it a reward pathway in the brain. So when you eat something that is not necessarily good for you, you get that chemical reaction in the brain, which causes pleasure. Now, I found the best way to overcome this is by treating your diet as a means for fueling the body. If you have some form of physical exercise or sport which you're trying to fuel your body for, chances are you're going to make better decisions when it comes to that food. That's not to say, though, that you shouldn't have any enjoyment in your diet. Of course, you need that in your life. Another way to solve this inner conflict between your human and inner chimp is by using these apps, calorie counters, MyFitnessPal, which can be quite enlightening as to when we're over-consuming. That's not to say you should track every single macronutrient for the rest of your life. That's just having a little bit more consciousness when it comes to your diet. If you've been overweight for an extended period of time, then you may have subconsciously begun to draw a link between your weight and your character or your identity. Now, your inner chimp likes homeostasis, it likes things to stay the same. So this weight loss represents the fear of the unknown, specifically who or what we'll become when we're thinner. Now, this issue is a lot less clear-cut, and it requires a little bit of time to recognise whether this is something that you're subconsciously doing. It's definitely going to take time to form a body that your human brain is happy with. Now, that's not to say that the body that your human brain wants is necessarily a thinner one or an amazing physique. It's just simply one that fulfills all its goals and all its aspirations and all its passions. That could be social, that could be physical, it could be all manner of things. Now, I hope that's given you a little bit more of an insight as to what might be going on in here if you're struggling to lose weight. I think if you're not someone who's struggling to lose weight, then it gives you a little bit more empathy as to that internal battle that someone may have. Like I said, it's not so clear cut, and it takes time for people to really get to the bottom of these issues.